In this electronic age, technology has become indispensable. Video game, formed to create entertainment for people, has created a negative effect on human beings. Video game addiction. Furthermore, it became even more democratic when PlayStation console was released and smartphones are well developed. First of all, what is video game addiction? Video game addiction can be defined as an impulse control disorder or video game overplayed. Symptoms of video game addictions are indicated based on neglecting personal hygiene, withdrawing from interpersonal relationships, lying about how much time is spent playing a video game, and losing interest or enjoyment in things other than video games. Furthermore, the huge population also have impact on game addiction. Research of American Life Pool, an official research center in the United States, found that 53% of Americans spend time playing video games, and there is a bigger chance that a larger population to be influenced. Certainly will. Game addiction formed. Along with the large population, technology companies like Sony decided to market video games. Then, PlayStation gaming console was released. PlayStation, Sony's sub-brand, one of the biggest video game entertainment company around the world. In 20 years, PlayStation had released remarkable products on both game and game console. In 2013, 1.5 million units of PlayStation 4 gaming console were pre-ordered before it was released in the market, and increased 0.5 unit compared to the last console, PlayStation 3, which is released in 2006. Through the increment of the pre-order PS4 console, we can also tell that the number of gamers is increasing. Gamers usually line up at stores for hours during midnight, just for the new PlayStation console. Durkin said to the reporter during the lineup, "I have a friend in high school who would take 2 days off whenever a new game or console came out." He said, "People can get pretty intense." It's not just Will Durkin's friend. There are more and more people spend hours and hours with video games. Some people even take off school or work days. Then, the hours of playing turn into days playing non-stop. Their rituals, relationship become secondary to game. Finally, game addiction took place. Dr. Greenfield, an assistant clinical professor of psychiatry at the University of Connecticut School of Medicine, he said, "I don't think that a new game technology necessarily will create addiction, but it will provide the fuel for that to manifest." Dr. Greenfield stated that gaming console did not directly bring up the addiction, but it encouraged the growth of game. Later on, in new years, the prevalence of PlayStation console started to diminish due to the growth of mobile smartphone. Smartphones has been updated and improved revolutionarily over the year. iPhone will be a magnificent example. Before, we could only use it for a call, message, camera, basic functions. But now, smartphones are getting real improvements. We are able to operate countless applications, watch a movie, look up some news, and much more. As a result, the modern smartphone provides a platform for video gaming. Compared to personal computer, gaming console, mobile gaming are way more convenient. Gamers don't have to sit in front of a computer or game console for hours. You can just have the same entertainment in a short amount of time. The rhythm of the game is more intense and fast, which perfectly conforms the modern lifestyle. Also, the technology now can almost 100% simulate or improve the original game from computer or console to smartphone. It gives the people the same entertainment in a convenient way. Mobile gaming has become the leadership of video game market. To prove the idea, statistics were created. The use of non-voice data application has grown significantly over the last year, created by Field Research Center, an official research company in the state. discuss the increment on cell phone user that plays a video game and percentage between April 2009 and May 2010. The statistic shows that the number of cell phone gamer increased by approximately 130%, that illustrate how games are more and more popular and directly predict how game addiction will become more and more widespread. Mobile gaming. There's a lot of great products to mention, but there is one that stands out from others: Honor of King. Honor of King is an outstanding example of online mobile game, published by Tencent Holdings, a top gaming and social media company among China, famous as the creator of WeChat and QQ. Honor of King has a massive impact in China region. According to South China Morning Post, a news company that reports most news in South China and Asia area, the user of Honor of King had achieved a number of 200 million and a total of 80 million sign-in one day. Chinese Communist Party mouthpiece newspaper stated a fact, which 1 in every 17 Chinese people are playing this game at any time, making Honor of King the highest grossing mobile game on both Apple iOS and Android platform. That Honor of King brought up a revolution trend on development of mobile gaming. Old rumor small. If there are costs, there must be an effect. Did bring majority of people great entertainment, but due to the popularity of the mobile game addiction started to occur. Honor of King successfully attract a lot of people, and 60% of the population are the young players that are under 18. That become a huge issue. The young usually do not have a great self-control habit built up, so they will often lost control on it. Soon, they become an addict. That school study become unimportant compared to the video game. Some extreme even go through suicide. Newspaper, teacher, parent are all complain that the young teens are getting addicted to the game Honor of King, and pressure Tencent to provide a solution to help teens from getting addicted. The public pressure on addiction fear. Tencent published an anti-addiction system on July 4th, which rationed the game time for users under 18 and 12. Users below 12 will be limited to 1 hour of playtime each day, while those aged between 12 and 18 will be limited to 2 hours a day. Children under 12 are banned from login after 9 p.m. Furthermore, player must sign in with real name password in order to confirm player's age, or else you will not be able to play. Important to mention, parents will be able to check on children's playing time and money used in order to guide their children. This is able to limit teens' playtime, but not by completely banning it, giving addicts a flexible time to regulate their routine. It's clear that this anti-addiction system will help addicts to become a well-being person while still have a chance to enjoy the entertainment. All the evidence illustrate how the development of technology has an unbreakable relationship with video game industry, which also brought up game addiction, an issue that cannot be ignored. Therefore, solution existed for video game addicts. Tencent's anti-addiction system. However, we can't just rely on it. What we should do is to have good management and prevent addiction to happen in first place.